Hi guys, so today I'm going to talk about how I made about $3,000 a month just at home reselling using one app, Mercari, and what I did to get there. So basically the number one thing I recommend is, first of all, starting with selling the stuff that you have at your house already. I'm sure most people have a lot of stuff currently just sitting around. So I would go ahead and try to sell that on there. The number one things that sell on Mercari are makeup, skincare, and fashion clothes. It's kind of like Poshmark, but I believe that it's a lot easier. And I believe that it's the best place for a luxury brand. So my number one tips are to try to always stick with designer and luxury brands when you're reselling. People tend to recognize name brands and they're willing to spend almost full price on them as well. So I want to say that. So my number one tip is to buy designer items at resale shops in person and then resell them on Mercari, or just to sell all your old designer name brands that you currently have, because the market is hot for them right now. The second tip that I have is to not to overwhelm yourself. It's very easy to just go ahead and post everything that you have on Mercari, and then you are basically overwhelmed because you have 3 days to ship it out. And I just recommend kind of posting it in kind of like segments. I've only posted about 3 or 4 things in the kind of categories, because you do want to make sure that it's packaged well. They do rate you, and if you have a low rating, you can get deactivated on Mercari, so you don't want that to happen. Another tip that I have is to, when you're selling designer brands, is to make sure that they're authenticated, and I think it's worth paying the $5 to make sure that it says authenticated on there. That's going to cause a lot more people to purchase items as well. Another tip that I have is to make sure that you ship within 3 days and that it's shipped well, because people will rate you low, and if you have a low rating, you probably are not going to get boosted on top of the Mercari page. Another really great tip is to promote your items. So you have an option every 24 hours to click promote, and if you click promote, it lowers it by $2, and that brings your item to the top of the page. So there are certain times that it's better to do that. I've noticed it's best to do that on Sunday afternoon, best to do that in the morning, and it's best to do that in the evening on the weekdays. That's the best time to do that. There's also an option to promote just for the people who have liked your item. I use this sparingly, but you can do that if you want to sell an item quick, get it off of your shelves, and just give that price to people that like your product. Numbers, I don't know what number I'm on, but another tip that I have is to actually follow like other objects that are exactly the one that you're selling, just so you can see how well they are doing, and then you can just actually just gauge how it's selling, and so you don't undersell or oversell your product. For example, if I was to sell this palette, I would look on a palette from Anastasia, and I would then see how it's sold. I would look at all the sold objects, and I would see how it's sold, and then I would price my item at a little bit above it, so that I would make a margin profit off of that, and then I don't have to take a huge cut. Another thing I recommend is to sell limited edition items that are sold out. People are willing to pay double, if not triple, the price for those objects. So sometimes I'll go in, and if you have the extra money, purchase limited edition items that you know are going to be gone, and then you can go ahead and sell them in a few months and make a profit. So I did that off a Givenchy trio. I paid about $50 for it, and I sold it for $150 due to the fact that it's not available. There's someone who wants it, they'll pay the money for it. That's just kind of how it goes. Of course, there's a little risk there that people are not going to want it, but no risk, no reward is how it is. Another great thing I love about reselling is that there really is no taxes paid on it, unlike stocks and stuff like that. You have to pay taxes over, I believe, $500 in profit. Don't quote me on that. But you really don't pay any taxes off of this. So any profit that you make, you really keep 100% of the money. So it's really kind of cool. It's kind of like the art. You know how people put their money in art and then they sell it. They don't have to pay taxes on that profit. It's really cool. So all the profit that you make, you keep yourself. Another thing is, I recommend, if an object hasn't sold within, I would say, 5 days, taking it off of your page and then placing it back on, because people are going to see that it hasn't been on, that it will pop up to the top of the page, and then more people will see it. You're allowed to do that as many times as you want. I recommend just keep doing it until the item's sold. If it's designer or name brand, I guarantee you sold within 5 days. People are just eating it up, especially right now, sitting at home. another tip that I have is just reselling clothing that you don't have a use for, and also just to be as specific as possible so people don't ask too many questions. Make sure to fill it out as much as possible. Also, the photos are key. People are very visual, so make sure that the photos are like crisp, and you even take them in daylight in the best way possible. People will pay more for objects that look like they're brand new. There have been times where I have purchased items that look like they're better quality than they are due to the photo, and I don't think that's okay. That's not really fair, but unfortunately this is how the game goes. So please post the best quality photo that you can get of an object, and that usually means natural light or like, and post many different photos. Post from many different, from one side, another side, post on many different photos. So that's just the beginning. I have so many other tips just from Mercari. I mean, I have Poshmark, eBay, all that. So if you resell full-time, you can 100% make a full-time income. It is not the easiest thing in the world, I will admit, but it is a lot easier not having a boss, and it actually can be kind of fun because you can stumble upon some really, really great items for yourself as well. And also it's cool because you make people happy by purchasing items they might not have had a chance to at still lower cost, but you can make a profit. So I mean, I purchased myself luxury bags for, I mean, 1/3 of the cost. I mean, it's just the fact that people will they'll just resell it, and then it's just like constant, like you make so much. It's fun. It's kind of like a rush of the game. And it's just so fun to just like make someone's day, or to like, you know, just get that 50% profit off something, and just like all you have to do is like post it and people bought it like within a day. Like, it's just a rush. So if you want any more tips, like and subscribe, comment. I'm gonna post more videos like this because I just think this is a really good side business. I really believe that everybody should have at least, well, they say 6 side businesses, but I currently have about 4, and I'm working on my 5th one right now. So just saying that this is the one that's been the most lucrative, and the easiest. So the easiest to learn, I would say. The others are definitely like more of a learning curve. This one's more like something that most people can pick up, I think, especially with this app Mercari. Like, I think it's easier than eBay. I think it's easier than Facebook Marketplace. I mean, they do take a cut, but I mean, it's so quick to do it that you don't have to take a lot of your time of your day, because time is money. That's the biggest thing. Time is money. And I like how I can post something within 30 seconds and have it on there. Okay, so it's just that's key. On eBay, Facebook Marketplace, too much time is being taken out of my day, and it's not even worth it, because everyone's time is actually worth something. If you don't know, as an employee, your time's worth something. So the fact that it's fast and easy and it sells is absolutely magnifique. And I'm going to post more videos. And if you like this video, please leave a comment. And I love you guys. Bye.